Tonight, as we've been reporting this week, Reverend Jeremiah Wright is giving himself a Living Legend Award tonight in Chicago. Isn't that nice? And he's also given Louis Farrahkan and radical priest Michael Pfleger the same honor. Kind of strange. I asked Glenn Beck about it. All right, here's Beck, and tonight, big show in Chicago, and you and I are going to miss it. Farrahkan, Wright, Pfleger, all on the same stage.
Oh my goodness!
Giving each other awards.
That's unbelievable.
That's you and I should do that.
Isn't that great?
I give you an award. You give me one.
Go ahead. Here.
Yeah.
I would like to present the recipient of the silver pen for the greatest broadcaster in human history to me.
Right.
Bill, what are you giving yourself today?
I'm just happy to be in your presence.
I mean, that's
I'm not giving myself any. Isn't
Here's
it?
These guys.
Because Wright is giving himself an award and to other living legend.
I mean, I can understand if you want to give it. You know, if I wanted to say, Bill, you're the greatest, and give it to you and invite you.
I'll take the pen.
No, that's
thank you. Anyway, look.
That was my award.
Yesterday, I had a nice woman on, the editor of the Indigo, and I said, you know, the media is afraid of them. That's why they're not covering this. They're afraid of them. Because if you say something negative, then you're going to have the wingnuts march on your building or whatever. And you can't say anything positive about them, can you? Like Louis Farrahkan deserves to be a living legend? So she said, no. Do you think the media is afraid of him?
Oh, yeah.
So you feel the way I do, the media is afraid to criticize these guys. They don't want to criticize them.
Either that or they agree with them.
Chicago Tribune doesn't agree with them. No.
So what is it, Phil?
Maybe the Sun-Times. They're afraid. If they say anything bad about Wright or Farrahkan, Pfleger, he's small potatoes, as they say in The Godfather 2.
He's good friends with the president. He's on the presidential council.
But he's not a big shot. But if they criticize Wright or Farrahkan, they being the local news or the Chicago Trib, they're going to people march. They're going to people in front of their thing. But I asked the nice lady yesterday, I said, what if David Duke came to town? But David Duke gave him an award, Living Legend Award.
What about this? How about you and I go to Chicago and we do a Living Legend Award and you and I come to town? I can guarantee you there will be, oh, let's do that.
You know, well, the media would cover it, but there would be,
but there would be people that march in front and they would cover all of the controversy.
Okay, but the real important part of the story is not these guys. They're free to say whatever they want to say, as insane as it may be, but the intimidation factor that they have managed, the far left has managed, and Farrahkan has managed Nation of Islam, to intimidate the media. They're scared of them. That's what I think.
So, I agree with you. I know we're not making for really interesting interesting television because
we're actually agreeing.
We're actually agreeing with each other. And
but now I'm going to throw in a wild card.
Yeah,
you're as bad as they are. I'm only kidding. That's just a joke for all you people.
You know what? I am going to present you with an award.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
This is something very, very special. Nobody has even seen this. Yes, go ahead. Nobody's even seen this. Yes.
Okay. This is an award I'm getting from Beck.
This is a very important award.
I'm already taking your pen.
This is very exciting.
Ooh, you hold it up.
Bill O'Reilly.
Look at that.
As a teacher.
Yeah.
There he is. Mr. William O'Reilly, social studies.
The original Mr. Cotta.
Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Boy, he's gone to hell, hadn't he?
You know, I had a much better hairpiece then than I have now. You know what I'm talking about? Look at it. Hey, do I look like I'm taking any garbage in the classroom?
No, you don't, man. That is the social studies teacher that you were either friends with or you're like, that dude's spooking me, man.
Yeah.
He'll take you out.
There was no rowdiness in that classroom.
Oh, no. None. You're not messing with this guy.
No.
And you know what? Nobody's messing. Nothing's changed. Just the hair.
How do you live with yourself?
Really, quite happily. Lots of donuts.
Last question now. You have been talking about Van Jones.
Yeah.
Okay? And we want to make it clear, you didn't want him to get fired.
No.
He got fired because of his background and this and that. Jones, Farrahkan, Wright.
Yes.
I don't think Jones is nearly as bad as those guys.
I don't think there's a lot of difference between
I knew we were going to disagree on this. I knew we were going to. So this makes good. This is good.
There's not a lot of difference. The difference is that Van Jones has been homogenized. Van Jones watches his language.
He loves you now.
Oh, I know.
To my fellow countrymen, Mr. Glenn Beck, I see you and I love you, brother.
Van, I see you. I love you. The difference here is that Van Jones used to say all of the same things. I believe believes all of the same thing as these guys.
I don't see him as that bad. I think he is a communist. I do believe that he is. That
Wait.
Cheatham pointed it out.
Wait.
I think he is.
Wait.
I think he'd seize every piece of furniture you have.
Wait.
I do.
Did he just say?
But I don't think he's...
Seriously, did he just say, I don't think he's that bad? Oh, he's a communist, sure, but I don't think he's that...
As a guy...
How do you not
As
get
a
this?
guy,
How does...
Van Jones does not rise.
Oh, excuse me. Student in the classroom over there. Listen, communism is bad. Bad. I'm your social studies teacher.
Oh, my God. Well, Beck, I appreciate the picture. I'm going to take that home. I appreciate the pen. This is an excellent pen. Can I have your tie?
Award. No,
He's Glenn Beck, everybody. There he
Get
is.
out of my shoes soon.
Oh, man. We get paid for that.